Welcome to Dylan's Daily Vlogs, ladies and gentlemen, a YouTube channel where I talk about random stuff, whatever comes to my head, whatever I want to talk about. I have a few other channels. I have Dylan's Daily Show and then Too Savage for Democrats. If you want to check those out, feel free to do so. You can go to www.twosavagefordemocrats.com for more. But this whole, getting further into space, making space the new frontier kind of thing is really becoming popular again. We've got Elon Musk talking about wanting to get to Mars. We've got Trump and the Trump administration saying they want to send humans to Mars by 2033. But I'm kind of confused about the timeline because Trump's saying, "Oh, I want it done in my term," and then he's saying by 2033. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens with that. But now China and Europe are in talks to create a moon village or a lunar village. They want to literally create a village on the moon, but not like the type of village that we think of today. It's kind of different than that. We will get into that. So representatives from China and the European Space Agency are discussing a collaboration on a human outpost on the moon. So they essentially want to go to the moon, build this human outpost kind of thing, and use it to their advantage for different projects. Tian Yilong, right? I hate pronouncing these freaking names, but I have to do it anyway for the show. Secretary General for China's space agency spoke out about these talks. Now, a spokesman for the European Space Agency said, quote, "The Chinese have a very ambitious moon program already in place. Space has changed since the space race of the late 1960s. We recognize that to explore space for peaceful purposes, we do need international cooperation," which I totally agree with. Now, they're going to be using the Moon Village in part as a potential pad, like launching pad for deep space missions, like going to Mars and things like that, which you do need, right? You need to have that there. The hardest part of getting into space is escaping Earth, right? That's the hardest part because the space is a vacuum. You can kind of just float through space. Like if you start getting pushed in one direction, there's no wind resistance or anything like that. So if you go in space and you get pushed in a direction, you're just going to keep going in that direction, right? You have to stop yourself from doing that. It's kind of like, they always talk in the space movies, they'll have someone holding onto a rope, like an astronaut holding onto a rope in space, and he lets go, and all of a sudden he starts drifting back. That's not how it would work. If you were holding on to the rope in space and you let go, you would just be floating in the same spot, and you would be able to grab there. I mean, there's nothing pushing you in any direction. So you wouldn't float. But the hardest part to get out is you have to reach escape velocity on Earth. You have to escape the planet. You have to get through the Van Allen radiation belts, which are difficult as well. But then once you get into space, you just kind of go. But this is important as a lunar launch pad to progress into deeper space if you want to visit Mars and things like that. So I really like this. But so China... Oh, this also opens the door for space tourism or lunar tourism if you're interested in that. You want to go on a little lunar tour. Lunar. The only time I would ever go on a tour in space is if it's been done numerous, like literally hundreds of thousands of times. Not hundreds of thousands, but hundreds of times by other people first, and they came back fine, then I do it. I would definitely not be the first person to do that because I just think that's crazy. But I would definitely do it maybe after 100 so people have gone and come back, or 100 different trips. I want to make sure it's safe. I think everybody does. But China plans to launch a mission to collect samples from the moon by the end of the year. And the next year, they want to conduct the first mission to the moon's far side and bring back mineral samples. Now, I didn't know this, but China was actually excluded from the International Space Station due to U.S. Legislation barring such cooperation and concerns over the Chinese space program's strong military connections. I didn't know that, but that's apparently a thing. But anyway, it's going to be interesting. I would like to see the U.S. spearheading this. Maybe I'm biased because I live in the U.S., but I still think it's cool. I would like to see the U.S. spearheading this. But I think this is like the space race 2.0, and I think it's pretty cool. And I think it's cool because it kind of removes the idea. No, we've got war, we've got conflict on this planet, and I think when people work together and focus on a goal of exploring the new frontier, of exploring space, I think it kind of removes us from this violent time we've been living in with terrorism and everything like that. And I think it shows that we all can work together to achieve a common goal. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. I guess we'll see. But anyway, thanks for checking out the vlog. See you guys later. Bye-bye.